Greetings, comrades. My name is Gigantles. If my voice sounds funny, it's because I've still got the cold I told you about, or rather briefly mentioned at the end of my last video last week. So most of my week has unfortunately been occupied with dealing with this cold, and it's a little bit irritating because I know I got back in my previous university. I think I did catch the cold a couple of times, but I fared pretty well with it. I was out for a couple of days, but that was it. But the problem is that I'm not in like the area where I used to be. I mean, in both my home and my university were on a completely different side of the country to where I am now. And so whatever regional strain of the cold or flu, whatever, that I caught in that area, it was similar enough that I could fare quite well against it. Kind of like how if you've lived in an area your whole life, then every time it's flu season, you may get it, but you're out. But maybe you're either out for like a single day, or you just get a sore throat, and that's it. That was pretty much me. As long as I'm so immune to the flu where I live that I can just get a sore throat for a day and I'm fine. But the problem with being in this side of the country is that whatever regional strain of the flu they have, I am not prepared to deal with very well, which is why it's taking some time to get over this episode. It's also problematic because I haven't been able to go to my lectures for the last week. Fortunately, the attendance doesn't contribute towards grade, but I'm still a bit irritated that I can't at least explain my absence. I'm on a record because I want to have 100% attendance, but I can't if because I need to get the bus to my university, and I had to do quite a bit of walking, and I don't want to go out in this cold weather with the cold, and then especially earlier in the week when I was like lightheaded all the time, I didn't want to end up collapsing or whatever. So for my safety and hopefully and trying not to get anyone else sick, I've had to pretty much stay at home the last week, go out a couple of times for shopping, but it's been irritating a little bit. But I am glad that the worst of it is over. I think I caught it on Thursday, and well, by the time you've seen this, it's Saturday, but I've tried to record this on Friday, so I'm better, much better than I was before. My throat's a bit funny still, which is a shame. I have the occasional urge to cough, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I don't get into coughing fits either, and hopefully next week's video, even just my next week's video, I'll be completely free of this flu or cold, whatever. I know people use the flu and cold interchangeably, but apparently they're two different things. So I'm not entirely sure what I have, but I know it's just enough to knock me out of commission for a few days. And that was a bit problematic because I actually had coursework due on Monday, but because of me getting lightheaded and not being able to do much, not really being able to focus and having to sleep so much, I had to get an extension for a few days. And I did. I finished it on time, but it means that I've got to catch up on other stuff now. And my lecturers, they said, "Look, are you okay? You haven't been here for a few days." I said, "I'm fine. I've just got a cold, and I don't want to get anyone else sick, and I don't want to injure myself or faint or whatever." And said, "Okay, that's fine." That's one of the reasons why I like Moodle, which is basically an online learning space where my lecturers can put up lectures and work and stuff we need to do, because it means that we can effectively study from home. Though I prefer to study in face to face because it's the right atmosphere. It helps me focus and I can learn. But otherwise, this is a pretty long video at this point for me to just say I'm getting over my flu or cold, whatever. Hopefully by next week's video it should be gone, and yeah, hopefully you guys all have a good weekend. God bless you all. See you in the next video, comrades. Until then.